Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited because I am doing a reveal and it is an item, as you can tell, from Chanel. It says right so on the box. I recently purchased this and actually I did open it and I have been using it. I purchased it from a Japanese reseller and it was through the Global Rakuten Marketplace, which I had never purchased from there before. So I wanted to share some information about that experience as well. And yeah, let's just get right into it because I have a lot to talk about and I don't want this video to run on too long. So it came wrapped up in bubble wrap and plastic and all that kind of stuff. It came through the Japanese EMS post, which is their international shipping service. It can be tracked through USPS and USPS is the one that delivers it. So it was really great. I really had a great experience getting my item because it only took about 3 or 4 business days to get to me, which I think is amazing since it's coming all the way from Japan. It came with the original box, as you can see, and the item came with, ooh, this is just dust. It came in this slip pocket dust bag to reveal my, oh my gosh. So this is the Chanel key holder. It is the 4-ring key holder and it is, it did come with the authenticity card and it is a 22 series, as you can see. So this style is the one with the newer 4 key rings. This is the one right after the 6-ring key holder, but the one before the current one, which has the snap button here with a ring that is like the valet key ring, and most people will attach their car keys to that and have the car, key fob just hanging out. And when you have to go give it to the valet, you'll just pull it off and give it to the valet. But actually I do prefer this one and I'll show you how I've been using it. It has been perfect for me. Just to go over the key holder really quickly, as you can see, it has the CCs and it is the light gold hardware because it's not that deep yellow, which I love. It says Chanel Paris on the snap right there. And oh yeah, the obvious thing, this is lambskin. Oh wow. Lambskin is so soft, it's so luxurious. This is my first Chanel lambskin piece and I could not be happier. The inside has a small slip pocket on this side and a larger one on this. The 6 key ring holder that was prior to this one is a little bit narrower, so you wouldn't have been able to fit your card in here. But this one does fit a card and I'll show you how I've been using it. It has the 4 key rings here. It says Chanel underneath that, made in Italy. And as you can see, there are scuffs on this panel right here, which I don't mind. There are also marks here, but that's inevitable. You're carrying keys, and when I put my fob in, it's so tight that it gets pushed in there, which is totally fine with me. And actually, most of these marks came from my keys. It didn't come originally like this. And like I said, no problem. That's just what a key holder does. That's why you have the key holder, because you don't want these marks on your purses. So the flap underneath has the hologram sticker here. I've seen a lot of them have them here, and then a lot of them also, some of them will have them down here. I don't know why they switch the places around, but both kinds are authentic. Just because it's on the other side doesn't mean that it's not. So you kind of have to, get more details from that. It's really great. The hook works like this. You just push down. Yeah. And I actually prefer this to the 6-ring key holder because those rings looked exactly like the Louis Vuitton key holder ones, and I don't like it. I've used the Louis Vuitton 6 key ring holder before, and I don't like how you just slide it in and out. I don't know. I feel like this is much more secure, and I like the look of it a lot better as well. So yeah, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so the way that the reason why I wanted to get this was because I have been using I'm gonna put this here, my Louis Vuitton clay as my key holder forever. Um, I hang my car fob out like this because I do have to, open the doors for my kids. This is keyless entry, so if I'm at the car, I don't have to take this out at all. But my kids will run to the car and they'll be like, "Mom, open the door, open the door, open the door," and so I'll have to, remotely push this for them. And then I put it on this ring like this because a lot of times when we're out, my husband and I will have to, like tag each other, and I'll have to do something else, and we'll swap cars. And so it's easier for me to just, pop this off and give it to my husband. And so that's why I carry it like this. The remaining keys I put inside because the purpose of having a key holder in my eyes is to prevent them from scratching the inside of your bags. That's the main purpose for me, at least. And if I had my keys hanging out, there would be no reason for me to actually own a key holder, and so, or a key pouch. And so that's how I like to do it. And I will have like my point cards and whatnot, and my two main keys here attached like this. The thing about the Louis Vuitton clay is that this part is so thick, not a lot of keys will fit in there. So that's a flaw in the design, I believe. So I do have to attach it to this ring, which, it's not beautiful, but it works. So yeah, that's how I do that. And then I also carry my driver's license, my debit card, some cash, some Band-Aids, and then any other knickknacks that I need, I can slip in here. That's how I like to carry it. And I like to leave my license in here because then when I have to like rush off somewhere, I can just grab this and go, and I don't have to worry about, oh, is my license in there? Do I have my car keys? Because I'll have everything in this one thing. So I've been using it fine for, for a while, but when you go to the store, and I'm gonna say this is my wallet, and have my wallet out, I'm ready to pay, and then they ask for ID. Then I'll have to put this away, take this out, open it, and since my keys will be inside of here, I'll have to take my keys out so that I can look in here to find my license, take it out, and present it to the cashier, and it is a hassle because, when you're at the cash register, you're about to pay for something, you want to be out really quickly. I hate fidgeting there. And so I always thought, I was like thinking, you know what, I really wish this had an external pocket. Wouldn't it be great if it did? And so I thought, you know what, let's find a key holder that does, and maybe, you can replace it because, I could use this for other things. I could sell it. Yeah, so I started looking and looking and looking, and most of them, a lot of this style pouch does come with an external pocket, but when it does, the size becomes a lot larger because they won't have just the one slip pocket. They'll usually have, several places for your cards, or they'll have like a slip pocket for that, but then the pouch would be a little bit larger. So I couldn't find one that, met my criteria. And then I saw this, and I knew this one had the exterior pocket, and I knew this would be perfect. Now, the problem with this was, if you guys are Chanel fanatics, you know that this is the hardest item to come by. And on top of that, if you want to get one brand new, they cost, I believe, $750 retail, and that's before tax. And so with tax, you would be paying over $800 for this. In the pre-loved market, they go for about $850, $900, $950. That's about the range, so $900. Now, $900 is a whole lot of money to pay for a key holder, and I wasn't about to do that. So I was like, okay, I'll look for the older version. And again, the older version, it's still hard to come by. Like, key holders are so scarce, you can never find them. And if you do find one in decent condition, it'll cost you at least $500 to $550. And and it'll be banged up. If you want one in a newer condition, it'll be around $700. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I really wish, this is like perfect. This is exactly what I'm looking for, but I don't want to pay that much. So I still had it in the back of my mind that I still wanted one. So I was always looking daily. I would, if I had some free time, I would like skim through websites. And one day I found it on a place called Global Rakuten Marketplace. And this place I had never heard of. I had heard of Rakuten before, but I didn't know what it was. So Rakuten, you guys probably know, owns Ebates. Now Ebates has currently changed their name to Rakuten. So Rakuten is also Ebates. Well, they are also a Japanese marketplace. So they are kind of like the eBay or the Amazon of Japan. They have a Rakuten.co.jp is the Japanese marketplace. It's all in Japanese, and they don't do international shipping. And so you wouldn't be able to purchase there. However, they have the global website, which is the Global Rakuten Marketplace. And there, it's all in English, but the English is a little broken. So, you kind of have to interpret, read in between the lines and kind of, it's a little bit more work. It's not as easy. It's not as clear as eBay or, Amazon or, those places. But they're there, and they are a marketplace for Japanese resellers. So I found that the Japanese resellers that sell on eBay also sell the same items on Global Rakuten Marketplace, and they are priced a little bit lower than they are on eBay. And if you have not been aware, eBay now has to collect taxes from you. Every single item you purchase on eBay, you have to pay tax on. For me, that would be 9%, which is quite high, almost 10% of what you're paying. And then eBay takes a fee of 10%, PayPal takes a fee, it all adds up. And so Global Rakuten Marketplace was a little bit cheaper. On top of that, Rakuten or Ebates gives you cash back for purchases made on Global Rakuten Marketplace. Typically it's 4%, but if you get lucky and it's on one of those promotional days, and Ebates has those days when they double your cash back. Like recently on Valentine's, it was 14%. So that's in itself amazing. So the only thing that you have to be a little bit aware of when you're purchasing from Global Rakuten Marketplace is that they will charge you in Japanese yen. So if you use a credit card that charges you international or foreign transaction fees, you'll be charged that fee. Another thing is, not all of them take PayPal. They will have it listed right there what payments they will accept. Most all of them, or I'm pretty sure 100% of them, accept credit cards. Then some places accept Alipay, which I think, is like the Japanese version of PayPal. And then a few places will accept PayPal. So that's something to consider. But I mean, you're not paying taxes like you are having to do now on eBay, and you get cash back. And so I feel like it's worth it to check that place out. So I found this listing, and the pictures were not great. I looked at it and I was like, this is very interesting because the price, I'm gonna let you know at the end, the price was amazing. So I looked into it, and then I found the seller was a very reputable Japanese reseller. And if you guys are not familiar, Japan has very, very strict counterfeit laws. And so a lot of the Japanese resellers are very, very legit. They will only sell authentic. Of course, you still do have to make sure that you are protected, that you authenticate the items yourself. Like if you do an online authentication, it usually costs only $10 to do. And then, yeah, it's really worth it. So for me, because the Japanese resellers, a lot of them have a hard time with English. That's the one negative about using that place. You will have a difficult time communicating, and because of the time difference, it's like you won't get an answer until the next day, which then it might be too late because the item might have sold, and so that's a risk you have to take. For me, I just decided to look into the seller, and I found that the seller was a very, very reputable Japanese reseller, and they were selling on eBay as well. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And so I made the purchase. The price that they list on the website is not does not include shipping, but shipping only came out to about 2,000 yen, which is like $20, which is nothing. I was fine with that. So, like I said, this item was priced so amazingly. I got this for $336. Ha! Amazing, right? I got this for $336. It is in pristine condition on the outside. The only marks you see are the marks from the keys, and it came with the authenticity card. It came with the original box and the dust bag. I mean, I was so stoked, and when I got the item and I looked it over, I was even more amazed that I found this. So, hint, you know, when you're looking for stuff, don't just look, you know, at eBay. Look at Global Rakuten Marketplace. I found it a very, very great experience. So this is, I really don't want this video to run on, but I do want to show you how I've been using this and how it works so great for me. So I'm going to move things from my clay into here. Let's see, I will open this. And the easiest thing will be the key fob. And it's, look at how easy it is to just clip it in there. Like, so secure, so easy. Then will be my 2 keys, which I will, and see all the work I have to do to get these things out. Yeah, and then look how easy it is for me to clip that in. I mean, how great is that, right? And then my cards that I do use frequently. I mean, it's great to have this here because then I don't have to like fish around and, you know, give them my phone number every single time. And yeah, I feel like it's so much better to just have this. And look at this. I'm going to show you how easy, or I'm not going to show you because it's not going in. All right, but it's super easy. It really is. I mean, it's not like the other time I did it, I was able to do all of them at the same time, but I think they were misaligned when I took them out. So that's why I have to do these individually. But even that is not much of a hassle. So there, like that. And then the contents from the clay. And I'm going to take this out back here so that I don't expose any sensitive information. And I put the cards and a little cash right here in this pocket. And these are 2 cards and a $20 bill folded right there. I have to carry Band-Aids with me because I have 3 kids. They always look for Band-Aids. They always need Band-Aids. One of them is always having a scrape or a scratch or something going on. So Band-Aids, and this is like the perfect area for Band-Aids. And then finally, well, this part now will totally close up. And there we go, like that. And the car key does stick out, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, it's keyless entry for me. And then I like that it sticks out because when my kids are running around, I found that I just need to push it like this. I don't even have to open it. So how great is that? And finally, I'm not gonna show you my license, but I'll just use the authenticity card. That's where my ID will go. And now when I go to the store and I have to pay for something and they say, oh, can I see your ID? I can just put my hand in my purse, pull it out, give it to them, slide it back in. I don't even have to take this thing out anymore or open or fiddle with it. So yay, I am so happy. I cannot believe I found this at such a great price. Oh, that reminds me, there was another one that I tried to get. And the thing about Global Rakuten Marketplace is these sellers have them there, have them listed on eBay, they have them listed on other numerous sites. And so sometimes you will get contact back that unfortunately this item is already sold and that they will cancel the order. that has happened twice. And so that's something to be aware of, that the items listed there might be an older listing that they just have forgotten to remove. And I find that that also happens on Tradesy, on Poshmark. But as long as you're not charged, it's not like you're losing out on anything. So yeah, that's one thing that you have to be aware of, that the item, they have to check that the item is still available. So they will give you an email confirmation as to if it's there or not. So anyways, okay, final point. So I love this. This lambskin is so luxurious. I cannot believe I found this at such a great price. I am so happy with this. It has been working great with all my stuff. It's been working great in all my bags. I love it. I can't believe I have it. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this was so long, but I hope there was information there that was useful for you guys. If you have any questions about this item or about using Global Rakuten Marketplace, please leave them down in the comment section below. I will answer them as best as I can. If you like this video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate if you did. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.